Jeff, if you're him, though, if you're William Byron, you're running third right here, what are you going to do inside this race car, especially on this run, right? Are you going to try to capitalize on him as fast as you can, make some hay right here and get to that clean air and run? Or are you going to try to wear him out and run him down on the long run?
I'm not so sure, and maybe Rudy Fugle, the crew chief for William Byron's, made some adjustments for the long run, but his car just seems to me to have short run speed. So I think what he wants to do is get control of this race, get out front, and try to hold those guys off. Still going to be a tough task. Otherwise, if you're not able to make a pass there early on, then it's about conserving those tires and brakes.
Larry, 154 laps to go. Are you done pitting if this thing stays green?
No, Mike, it's going to be close. That bunch that just pitted right there, like Tyler Reddick, like Matt DiBenedetto, I think they're close enough they can make it, but all the others, they're going to have to stop at least one more time. We're getting now to where a lot of teams only have 2 sets of tires left in the pits.
Okay. Ross Chastain, the free pass on that caution, as we're set to go back to green.
See you, come on. Come here.
Another car that this cycle will help is that 12 of Ryan Blaney starting to march, getting closer back to the front where he's been running this whole race.
What's up, Jaden? We're back. Yeah, the stream got to the point where, like, it literally, like, kept fucking up my laptop. Like, it was bad. Another caution.
Great race together after that troubles earlier.
And actually, it was stacked up because of what we saw with Ryan Blaney and his teammate Joey Logano getting together.
Too many damn cautions today.
Behind him, around goes Ryan Newman here.
Newman was 7.
That car's been through a battle.
It looks like a Martinsville car. Or a Bristol dirt track car.
So first, let's go back and look at the 2 Penske cars.
See Ryan sliding in there loose like he's been. Stacks up behind him. You see Newman get in the back of Martin, and then they got in the back of him, turned him around.
Yeah, that was a little no harm, no foul there with the. About that part though. With the
You were saying. And here's what happens to Newman on the inside. Did he have some contact from Christopher Bell?
Well, it was actually the 23 of Bubba Wallace, but it was the 10's really. You see the 10 card? That was really a lot of damage on the back of him, just to stacking up. And it all started with that 12 and the 22 getting together.
Man, steer clear of this thing.
Man, those guys have taken a beating this year.
You know, if it wasn't for bad luck, Eric Almirola's season. My goodness.
That's a shame. These guys work hard. They'll get it turned around.
And I'm always the first one to say you make your own luck. I gotta say, Eric Almirola has done some great driving this year, and no fault to his own most of the time. Things
My
like
fucking god, can this thing just
Well,
work?
he did a good job of holding on to the lead lap, and then the race flip-flopped. He got a lap down right there, and then it just all unraveled from there.
But look at that one top 12 finish this year. We'll replay it for you. And he gets into Daniel Suarez. You'll see it on the far right. Right about now.
Yeah, but you can see everybody into the back.
Oh, Suarez.
Once everybody starts stacking up there,
Did Suarez spin, or no, he didn't spin.
And you might have had somebody behind you that you're slowing down and they're not slowing down and pushing you into that wreck.
All a product of a restart. You know, everybody's on top of one another, side by side with one another.
Let's use our Hunt Brothers pizza can to show you Kevin
What the fuck?
Harvick's view of all this.
But you nailed it, Clint. As soon as those Penske drivers made a little bit of contact, everybody just hesitated before they got back to the throttle, and that was just a domino effect back to Ryan Newman.
So, any hurt feelings from that brief contact?
What happened? Just get away to overdrive it, or yeah, he got in there hot. It was a little hot all day.
Okay, well, you're right. He's been leading most of the race. Hey, it's time, man. 150 to everybody's pushing hard.
Well, and you got, this right here, too. Got to be a little frustrated with Blaney, right? He was dominating, had this thing kind of under control, and then a couple of those cautions, and he's been playing catch-up ever since, and that's going to increase not just your frustration, but your urgency to try to get those spots back.
The other hard thing about that situation, if you're Ryan Blaney, is that's your teammate. You know, you race your teammates different than you can say it all you want. He didn't mean to slip up and get into him, and you've been there, Jeff. You have to, you're forced, right, out of respect, to race your teammates differently than you would somebody else. If that was another competitor, you probably would have made a quicker time with them, maybe moved them into a different situation that you would your teammate, and not find yourself on the inside trying to dive bomb in there, getting loose and getting into him accidentally.
Now, consider Joey Logano. I mean, he started this race on the front row, thought he had a winning piece. He's been mired in mid-pack for a good part of the day, finally fought his way up toward the front, and then comes his teammate. So,
make no mistake about it, though, I picked Joey Logano. I stuck with him because a big factor of this flip-flop race that we're seeing right now, I still think Joey Logano can get the job done.
wait a minute, 2 commercial breaks, you completely changed your mind.
Hey, man. Hi, I'm Clint, Mike.
Motherfucker, why won't this work?
All right there.
That is true. Anthony Alfredo gets the free pass, so we will restart with 27 lead lap cars. Keselowski, 1 lap down, the only car 1 lap down. Haley, Almirola 2 laps down. Priest on a lap by himself, 3 back. Rittenhouse and Josh Bilicki 4 down. Davison 6, Haley 7, Ware 8, and BJ McLeod 21 down. All 37 starters still running. And we will restart with 1:45 to go. Hamlin and Alex Bowman on the front row.
Denny did a great job, in my opinion, of slowing him down, Jeff, and it looked to me like Still took off in second gear. A lot of times with the momentum, especially with these, as things have evolved, you took off in third gear. I think he had him slowed down enough, got a huge jump on him right there. Great job by him.
Most of the time at Martinsville, you leave real early in the restart box. He waited real late.
Ryan Newman made repairs and is still on the lead lap as you've got Logano on the outside of Byron for third.
But I think this is very similar to what got Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney into a similar situation where they made contact. Is the 22 is on the outside trying to make this pass potentially on William Byron, and then that's when
Kyle
he gets
Busch just muscled his way past Eric Jones and and didn't make any friends doing it up there in turn 3.
Now, but going back to what you were saying, Jeff, I mean, holding tough on that outside, and it actually finally worked. He wore the 24 down right there, was able to hold him down enough to finally the 24 slipped off.
Yeah, the 22 got loose right there. I'm telling you, that rear of that car just shears off in the middle of the corner. He just has to be a little patient with how much speed he carries to the line. And if you're Ryan Blaney, you're happy to see that.
Christopher Bell in 9th, set it in hard in turn 1. The car washed way up the racetrack, but he gathered it back in. Still right with these leaders.
See, Ryan Blaney's still loose as well. Just like you said about his teammate, those Penske cars seem to be pretty free. You know that's why they're good long into a run, but you got to get there first.
You know what I'm just noticing now, Clint? That sun is setting. We've got shade down in turns 1 and 2. Turn 4 starting to become shaded. That track temp is dropping, and the balance of your race car is going to change.
And probably, them having the benefactor of being able to be loose and that playing into their hand long into a run, that goes away a little bit as the sun goes down like this.
Track temps have dropped 15 degrees since we restarted this race at 4 p.m. Jamie.
Alex Bowman in the 48 having one of the best runs of the year. But just now he said, I've got a vibration and it's bad in the corners. I'm not sure if it's the right rear or what. They're keeping an eye on it. They may have to come in.
If it's in the corner, it's probably a loose wheel and it's probably going to get worse.
Corey LaJoie's running in 11th.
as it starts to get, as it gets worse. All right, so what do you mean it gets worse? It'll get so bad on a short track this that it'll actually shake the car loose, and that's when it just, you got a bit and have trouble.
You can see it's loose, and he's losing positions. I would not be surprised if it is getting looser and looser on Alex Bowman. We might see him get to pit road here.
Kurt Busch is in. There was smoke coming from that car. Going to jack up and put right side tires on his number one. And he'll go a couple laps down. Right rear tire rub for Kurt Busch. Boy, Denny
Guys,
Hamlin has taken
honestly-
off, hasn't he?
I'm surprised we've not had more loose wheels. We've been watching a lot of these pit stops, and a lot of these crews, to make up time, they have been going with just 4 lug nuts per wheel.
There'll be a lot of fines at the end of the race. Lug nut police shows up at the end.
Ooh, Alex Bowman had a bad corner. Lost a bunch of spots right there in turn 2.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys.
Ripping, yep.
You know, the only other
Not good.
vibration would be maybe brakes. I don't think that's the issue. I think he's going to have to get to pit road here pretty soon.
You see him move down right there. He's in trouble.
Jamie?
That's exactly what happened, Mike. He's trying to get to the bottom of the racetrack so he can.
Yeah, he's coming to pit road now.
It's not getting any better.
So Bowman will fall off the lead lap with this pit stop under green.
That's such a gut-wrenching feeling, and you're trying to hold on to the thing. You don't want to pit. You don't even want to radio into those guys and tell them you got a loose wheel. That's definitely going to ruin their such a strong run.
I'll tell you what, Martin Truex Jr., you know, we saw he's had a solid day. I certainly picked him as one of the guys that could win this race. But right now, we've just not seen much out of him. Has the track changed?
It's just unfortunate.
And it's taken, you know, some of what he had that was working well for him away. And you just saw Chase Elliott go by him start to come to life.
Kyle Busch and Corey LaJoy, 10th and 11th.
How about Corey LaJoy in 11th spot? That's awesome.
Kyle Busch back up to 10th, yeah. I'm actually pretty happy to see that.
Free pass back at the end of stage 2.
And
Bubba's still running in 9th.
They did Kyle Busch some credit. He's been muscling his way back up after having some of his issues.
Spinner turn 2. That's Eric Jones.
The Jones boy.
And that's caution flag number 13.
Come on, Jones. Oh, you're trying to do a burnout. Jones boy, what you doing, man?
Now I'm nervous.
No, you don't need to be nervous. You need to just get it in here, get it to your stop sign, because now we're going to get 4 fresh tires. This can get us to the end.
This will put Brad Keselowski back on the lead lap with the free pass.
Brad's getting a lot of help right here. 42. Man.
Now, I don't know if the 2 saw something going on ahead of him, was trying to check up, but boy, Ross Chastain didn't see anything.
It's hard to slow down when your tires are off the ground. He was going for a ride.
So, if you're scoring at home, that's 42 into the 2, into the 43, and around.
Where's the math on that, Mike?
Yep.
And here's the displeasure
Yeah, it was
of Brad Keselowski towards Ross Chastain.
People aren't liking Ross, and I love it.
Bowman had a loose
I love
right
Ross.
front wheel. That's why he made that pit stop.
I love when he pisses
I'm
people
sure
off
you're
the
wondering
way
about
he
the most
races.
cautions ever in a final stage at Martinsville. That was 9 in April of
I love the way
2017.
Ross races, and I love when people get pissed off about it.
Final stage so far today. We are not trying for the record. Jamie.
All right, Kyle has the opportunity to make up some positions right here on pit road.
They fired off.
Christopher Bell did stay out.
This run, they've been making air pressure adjustments and wedge adjustments to help that 11, but he's been pretty stout. Regan?
The 12 car, Ryan Blaney, really complimentary of his car right here, said it's the best balance that he's had all day long. That car continues
Well, you
to
can
come
also
to them
lose
as
some.
You see him hit his pit stall right now. The 9 car, Chase Elliott, they'll finally get the exit of that race car good. He's also happy with his car. First time that he's been happy with it all day long. And the 22 car, Joey Logano, that race car has been super loose the entire race. He finally just told him it's tight now.
Well, tight was the end of the front straightaway on pit road. They were 3 wide, and somebody's ripped the nose off Corey LaJoy's
Shit,
car.
Kyle Busch lost positions.
Might have been Tyler Reddick. Here comes LaJoy.
Where's Kyle?
Yes, that is.
What a shame. He was putting such a great race together. We talk about how tight pit road is here.
Oh man, it ripped that whole front.
That's how quick things can go wrong.
They knocked the radiator out of it.
Kyle's in 8th, apparently.
We get out. Fired up. Hook big one. We get out and rip it. We track them down. So crack a Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
We love our new home. There's so much space,
We have a guest room now.
but we have ants.
You're slouching again, Ted. Expired.
Thanks, Aunt Bonnie.
It's a lot of house. I hope you can keep it clean.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Which helps us save a lot of money.
Oh, Teddy, did you get my friend request?
Oh, I'll have to check.
Reddick fucked it up.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Get the part you need from the comfort of your garage. Order online or via the Advanced Auto Parts mobile app. With Advanced Same Day. Get same day pickup, same day curbside, or same day delivery. Advance how you order, how you get parts, how you keep moving. Advance your auto. Advanced Auto Parts.
Making a difference starts with making a commitment, a promise to others, using the lessons you've learned, the values you believe in, to show what you're truly capable of.
So Christopher Bell is the leader, and didn't Ross Chastain just help bring out that last caution? Well, he's in second place. Daniel Suarez is third, Denny Hamlin fourth. Logano, Elliott, Blaney, Larson, Truex, Bobby.
All right, here we go, getting back ready for the restart.
Spade prepares. Boy, that thing's really ugly now, but it's back out there, and we're ready to restart. There'll be 123 to go.
Bell's leading. Chastain's in second. We'd love to see Ross. Oh, well, maybe not. Yeah, come on, Ross.
And we're now seeing the Joyce car push to the garage. What a shame. Looked like he was set for a promising finish. Way up high goes second place Ross Chastain, and here they all come.
How many times have we seen 3 wide here today at Martinsville? Logano was badly wanting to get to the inside of that 11. Denny Hamlin, while he was on the outside lane, not able to do it though.
He better move the 99 to do exactly that. Put his teammate in
Ooh.
advantage to it, man. Blaney needs to get down nowhere on the outside for third. Well, I knew he
No, someone's smoking.
had to make quick time
Oh,
of Suarez right there in that 99 because
It's gonna be bad.
Exactly what the 22 needed to do, and he did it. He moved the 99 right up in front of him. Oh, and now he moved his teammate.
no damn, bump and run.
And they are 3 wide behind them. Harvick
It's some good racing, y'all. It's some good fucking
Guys
racing.
have been 3 wide back here for the entire last lap.
These guys are going at it right here.
But just remember, Blaney knows his car does.
Nobody is making friends here.
Dude, it's a long run car, so he's got to hold these guys off, got to battle even with his teammate to try to hold him back. And look who's coming into the picture now. Chase Elliott, who won this race the last time we were here.
and nobody is giving an inch.
Oh, here comes Hamlin.
Trying to get by his teammate.
Racing with his teammate here.
Lead and set sail.
Come on, Bell. Block him.
And Bell gives him some room.
Why? And that's literally the opposite of what I said to do.
Car on the wall, 2, that was Suarez. Bounces off the wall, but we stay green.
Staying green.
Hamlin. And
All
that's
right.
the tricky part when you stay out and you're on older tires. Everybody just starts using you up like a pinball.
Suarez. With William Byron right behind him. Shot fired.
Oh, this shit gotta happen.
And I tell you, the shot that I saw right there is the 14. Johnny Klossmeyer, I was watching those guys. He took advantage of a wave around, put his driver, Chase Briscoe, in a position. He gets in track position and ran right back in the top 10. Finally seeing that 14 and the potential there.
And look at his teammate, the 4 Kevin Harvick, coming into the
Oh.
picture to the top 10. Man, I would have run both of these guys off earlier in this race.
Again, took advantage of the wave around. We talked about the way this race flipped around.
Yeah, this is good racing.
You know, Johnny took that wave around and tipped. And his driver was able to
Back
capitalize.
straight away.
Oh, big
It's
wreck.
Claude.
Oh, boy. Holy shit, everyone. Even Kyle. No, Kyle. What? Oh my god, he's on fire. What the fuck? Get the fuck out of that car. Get the fuck out. You fucking get out. What the fuck?
I mean, the backstretch was completely blocked.
God damn. That's the big one. Hell yeah.
All torn up.
Suarez, Keselowski. That's, oh my god.
Turns 1 and 2.
Kyle, what'd you do?
And in fact, let's go all the way back to the start-finish line. And Kyle
They're red flagging it. That's like their only choice, really.
And you can see he's trying to go to the inside of the 17 with Chris Buescher. They make contact. But Buescher gets loose and comes down. I don't know if he intentionally tried to come down because he was upset. But boy, look at that parking lot after that.
That's gonna be a red flag, yeah.
In that one again.
It'd be easier to tell you who wasn't involved.
Red flag.
You can hear as soon as he got. Oh man, big shot right there. Keselowski.
Everybody's just being shoved right into this melee. Let's watch Chris Buescher. He gets
Well, he
loose,
got loose,
and
yeah.
then I think he's mad. You know, at this stage in the race, you get angry when something like that happens. But that's why you got to keep your composure. I don't know that was intentional, but it just seemed to me like he could have prevented from getting into the outside of the 18.
You see the radiators knocked out of the 48. Man, unfortunate for them. They were strong all day long, in position.
This race has been awesome. And now it's going to end under the lights,
Doing that
probably.
earlier, downshifting into third to try to get that thing wound up. It almost
Ooh, and then Keselowski just got into Kyle Busch.
into it hard.
He probably would have been fine if it wasn't for that.
As soon as he downshifted.
I think that's going to end Brad's day. Several of them. That's how fast things happen and stack up.
Yeah,
The
that's where
short
that
track.
fire came from Priest.
Oh, Sunday Night
Probably,
Baseball's tonight. Who's
overall
playing?
Pleasure from Daniel Suarez towards, I believe, William Byron.
Damn.
That came from the help that he got getting into the turn 2 wall earlier.
Yes.
That's a big
Miles
crash.
Tally has 15
Kyle Busch doesn't have
cars
insane amount of damage. Yeah, but like,
Should have used the water.
Jay, let's be realistic, bro. It's not gonna happen today. Grab this trash from me.
Lawrenceville, baby.
It's been a wild one.
My dad wants me to grab the trash. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the trash real quick. I gotta pee also. Probably should get shit out of here. Shit, come on.
I think Kyle Busch is questioning the same thing we are up here after watching that replay.
Brad's out of his car.
And we are under the red flag as things got hot. Coming out of turn number 2 for Kyle Busch, Chris Buescher, and most everybody behind them.
Check out this one. Long hair, loves to hike and plays frisbee.
What is he, a Labrador?
So should I meet him?
You're not that adventurous.
Yes, I am. Try me.
Okay. Let's jump into that lake.
I'll do it.
Let's all do it. I'm in. This is crazy. You coming?
Seriously, it is way too comfortable in here.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota, let's go places.
What are these?
Coca-Cola flavors, ma'am.
Are you saying it's possible for a Coke to be part cherry and part vanilla
Yes.
at the same time?
I know. Coke flavors are almost too delicious to be true.
Not everybody wants the same thing. That's why I go with Liberty Mutual. They customize my car insurance, so I only pay for what I need. Because I do things a little differently.
Hey, I'll take one, please. Wait, this isn't a hot dog stand?
No, can't you see the sign? Wet teddy bears. Get your wet teddy bears 100% wet, guaranteed, or the next one's on me. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Boys, fourth impact. It's Friday Night SmackDown on Fox.
The hottest live show in all of entertainment.
Tap into network television's greatest spectacle. As the baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time. All new Friday Night SmackDown, sponsored by Progressive at 8 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app. A fiery end to Daniel Suarez Day. After a 15-car pileup on the back straightaway, with 114 laps to go here in Martinsville, 14 caution flags in the race, and I believe we will set a record for number of cautions in stage 3 here. Previous record 9. Well, we're at 8, and a red flag to boot. So the Martinsville Speedway track crew and the AMR safety crew both quickly on the scene here. There is a list of people involved, and you see the damage. And it's not pretty. Some of these cars will be able to continue, and some are in the garage already. Let's take another look at it. Let's put us under the red flag here, with now 113 laps to go. Kyle Busch and Chris Buescher.
Yeah, they had already made contact going into turn 1. And then as they came off of turn 2, Chris Buescher definitely got loose, and then they made contact as he came down the racetrack. And boy, it didn't take much, Clint, for that to just spin both of them around.
Well, and it could have been, once it easily pointed to retaliation or frustration, whatever, Chris Buescher, but he wrecked himself too. So I don't necessarily think that. I think the wheels locked up. You saw the right front, his left front hook right there as the thing popped up, turned him around, and caused one heck of a melee. It's just that time. Once these cautions start coming out at a track like Martinsville, I don't think that's the last one either, by the way.
So let's go all the way back to the first contact that you're talking about and see how this develops here.
Yes, you could see where Chris Buescher was trying to put a block. He knew the 18 of Kyle Busch was coming. They made a little bit of contact there. Gets Buescher up out of the groove. He gets loose. He just stays in the throttle. And that car just continues to rotate and then get lower and make contact with Kyle Busch.
Yeah. It's
and everybody's in
it. They got together getting into the corner. They got together coming off the corner.
So Ryan Preece's car on fire there. There'll be no hot sauce jokes. And then Daniel Suarez, which the crews had to come and put out. So we don't yet have a count on how many cars would be eliminated from this crash. But the track, they pave it 5 lanes wide. You can run around here 3 abreast, as we've seen many times today. But when this track clogs up coming off the corner, we saw it Thursday night in the modified race off turn number 4. They stacked up a dozen of them, and we've just seen it here with 15 cars involved.
Very rare, I must say. We
Excuse
usually
me.
see, and this is a product of when cautions start coming later in this race. Urgency, we talked about that. We talk about patience. All that's starting to go out the window right now. Now it's about getting your track position, trying to win this race.
Thought the race would have been over now.
Trying to make up that lap, whatever it may be. And that
113 laps to go.
of that, somebody being
Sorry, I was at the getting the trash out and shit.
and then all of a sudden, people
Is
start
Bowman good?
Oh yeah, desperation.
Is he? I don't think so. No, yeah, he had mechanical issues earlier. He's in 28, 3 laps down.
Been in the position off, finally got a new life. And I told you, keep saying it's this race flip flopped the way it did. All of those things create this havoc. That, by the way, we love about Martinsville.
Oh, say, hey,
Yeah.
Mike, we've split
Now that I'm not in that car
He's up here in
anymore,
the
I went down there on fire on the racetrack. I love what I'm seeing.
We love casual contact, but carnage, not so much. Let's hear from some of the
I love
participants
carnage.
involved, starting with Jamie.
Well, certainly dramatic images of the 99 and Daniel Suarez, and thankfully he got out, and you're okay, Daniel. But what did you see from your perspective that led to that?
Well, first of all, luckily, everyone, I saw a
Fuck
couple
Truex.
of fire, so, luckily nobody got hurt. I was very surprised that the, safety people, they took a long time to get to my car. I tried to...
Dude, like fucking everyone was involved in that wreck, pretty much. Yeah,
to
Bowman
stop
was
the
involved in
fire.
that.
For some reason, he just wasn't stopping the fire. In that wreck, I mean, it's nothing.
How's
heroic.
Kyle
You know,
doing?
tried to slam on the brakes to try to slow down, but it
He's
was a parking
17th on the
lot.
lead
He
lap
couldn't do
right
anything
now,
about
but
that.
that's still under like the red
The
flag.
24
Everything
guy
stopped.
in that
So.
position. He pushed me out of the way. I had a few laps older tires than everyone else, but overall, we have to keep working today. I mean, this weekend overall wasn't great. We came from the back several times. We had a fast
Yeah, like
car,
Daniel
but
Suarez is in
we made bad
23rd.
adjustments, bad calls
As of
from
right
the
now.
spotter a few times. It just wasn't a clean weekend.
Thanks, Daniel. Glad you're okay. Mike?
I think the engines are being refired.
Toss of the water bottle was for the incident Daniel described that happened
No.
before. Let's show you that one.
He certainly got a lot of help right here from William Byron. Got into the back of him right here. But again, this is all goes back to, he said it. He was on older tires. He was in the way. But that's the thing about Martinsville, especially at the end of this thing. There's no way to get out of the way. He didn't want to be in that situation, but it is what it is. And unfortunately, 24 got it because, hey, you don't blame the 24 either. It was time to go.
Right, we've
Yeah, the
seen
99 was on
strategy
fire.
Can work
Was
into
not
your
good.
to your best advantage.
Still cleanup
And
going
so
on.
If you can be out there on older tires and maybe catch a caution for somebody else is doing, you might benefit from it, and that's what they were trying to do, and I totally understand
Keselowski's
that.
done.
But unfortunately, in that situation, allowed somebody on newer tires carry a lot of speed in the corner to make contact with you.
The thing I do love about this, we've seen all this action, this carnage, cars on fire. We still got these two cars. This Denny Hamlin at 11, the 12 of Ryan Blaney. They've been battling it out.
He's
all
the
race.
fucker
We've
MTJ
still
you
got
hate still
Christopher
good.
Bell right there in the
Yeah,
middle.
Truex is in 6th,
I love what I'm
unfortunately.
seeing about this matchup for the end of this race.
And don't count out some of these other guys like Joey Logano.
It's interesting. Most people's best lap was also in this race was before the delay last night. Hamlin. So the only ones who were after is like Newman, DiBenedetto, Jones, Bowman. Like most people's best lap was like before the delay, when we were still racing at night in the rain, kinda. Interesting.
There just isn't always room for 3 wide here.
Well, it's the real estate, man. It's a short
It's weird to
track.
think that was
Short
still
track
this
racing at
race,
its
you know?
finest. Again, it's desperation time. The money's on the
Darb
line. The pay
gone.
window's
Why-
open now.
why
The
you hate
frustration
Brad?
set in of this short track and the beast that this thing is. You got to go after that real estate, and right now that real estate's on the bottom of the racetrack.
And if you're Ross Chastain in that situation, right? You've been put in that situation. You've fought, you've battled through a lot of things today. You've been a lap down. Now you've gotten yourself back on the lead lap. You're trying to get everything you possibly can out of that car for your team. It's been a rough start to the season for Ross. So even when you're 3 wide, you're not giving up. Right, you're going to maintain your position the best you possibly can, and all of that. Well, I'm not saying he should.
MTJ wins, don't be angry because he won. Be happy because I wanted him to win. No, fuck that. If Truex wins, I'm going to be pissed.
There's only one car that wins the 3 wide situation in conversation.
Ross has his hand out the window.
Yeah, 12 wheels corner better than 4. I get it. So if you want, I know we've already made our picks, but if you want an idea who's going to win this race, take a look down the field at who.
It's my birthday, so I don't want angry friends on my birthday. Well, fucking then you better hope Truex doesn't win then, alright?
There are
Or
a couple
Harvick.
of others that have kept their nose and tail very, very clean to this point. And I think your winner will come from that group of the cars that look very pristine this
Hi,
deep in
Sheena.
the race.
See if we can get old Denny on the radio here. Hey, Denny Hamlin, sport, you're up in the booth. You got us?
Yep.
Yep.
Man, things are heating up. Literally, on the racetrack, had cars on fire, carnage behind you in the rear view. That's the thing you want to see. You leading this thing, how you going to keep these guys behind you?
Just got to keep control of the restarts. That's the biggest thing. And, you know, we got an extra set of tires over most of the field. The problem is you don't want to start last with them. So,
It's been a 12-minute red flag. If Ross wins, we will both be. Oh, I'll be fucking thrilled if Ross wins. He's 16th right now.
Have you felt this track go through a transition?
Dude, if Ross wins, like, you'll probably see me fucking so happy. Like I'll be like super fucking happy.
conditions have changed, but it's more about the rubber on the racetrack. So all these cautions keep happening and keep cleaning the racetrack.
Where's that lush ice one?
Yeah, it's going to be harder and harder to lay that
There
rubber
it
like
is.
we had down earlier in the day.
All right, buddy. Man, I saw you in a shoe commercial this weekend. You better use them things to get to running. Let's see some action.
I got my tennies on.
About to leave for the apartment, which isn't far.
Denny Hamlin trying to become this season's 8th different winner. Let's go back to the Care Center and Jamie.
What a day it's been for Brad Keselowski, who had, well, handling issues all day. Power steering was intermittent there, Brad, and then you end early here. What did you see there in that pileup?
Yeah, just unfortunate we got caught up in it, Jamie. I guess it looked like some guys got in front of me, and it was just the track was locked. I think I was just barely going to get stopped at time, and somebody cloud raced from behind and just tore us up. So it's a bummer. I think we were really good. We drove up into the top 5 and lost the power steering, like you said, and I was able to
Masters just happened.
but I couldn't get down pit road, you know, where you go to turn in your pit box, and every pit stop, it wasn't my crew's fault. I couldn't get the car stopped in the box. And
Hideki Matsuyama. Hideki Matsuyama. Hideki Matsuyama just won his first Masters championship. Congratulations, bro. The Masters is a huge thing. You guys might think golf is boring. It is. But when it's the Masters, it's got to be pretty exciting, you know?
It's really tough. I mean, you got a really tough
And golf ain't, it might be boring, but golf is not an easy sport.
None of the drivers had power steering, but they had like a 16-to-1 steering box. Now you got, you know, 8-to-1, 10-to-1 steering boxes. You do the math real quick. They're twice as hard to steer, so.
The first Japanese person to win it, that's pretty cool.
Brad, thanks. We'll see you at Richmond.
So Brad Keselowski among those eliminated in this pileup with 114 laps to go. Cleanup continues here.
I'm just sad Justin Rose didn't win. I don't even know who that is. I only know fucking Tiger Woods and then this one guy fucking Xavier. I don't even know his name. I just know his name is Xavier.
In 2005, Dr. Pepper sent 3 flavors into a vault to perfect the impossible. Dr. Pepper's Zero
Been under the
Sugar.
red flag here for
Today,
15 minutes.
What took so long?
Huh?
What took so long?
We
sacrificed years in a vault.
I haven't seen my family in 16 years. My boy's become a man. Here, son.
It's perfect, Daddy.
It was worth it.
The Zero you deserve is finally here.
We love our new home. There's so much space.
We have a guest room now.
But we have ants.
You're slouching again, Ted. Expired. Expired. Expired.
Thanks, Aunt Bonnie.
It's a lot of house. I hope you can keep it clean.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Which helps us save a lot of money.
Oh, Teddy, did you get my friend request?
Oh, I'll have to check.
Aunt Joni's here.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com. T-Mobile is the leader in 5G. We also believe in putting people first by treating them right. So we're upping the benefits without upping the price.
You know who Bubba Watson is? Yeah.
Now with unlimited premium data that can't slow down based on how much smartphone data you use. Plus, get Netflix on us and taxes and fees included. You won't find this with the other guys. In fact, you'll pay more and get less. Right now, pay zero cost to switch. And bring your phone, we'll pay it off. Only at T-Mobile.
IMC
You know it.
I've always had a rule, never go cheap on transportation, toilet paper, or quarterbacks. The money for NFL quarterbacks is always worth it.
Welcome to today's Martinsville meditation. Let's take a moment here to find calm within the chaos. Noticing in this moment what's troubling you. Anger, frustration. When you identify how you feel and exhaling it all
See you in 5 minutes.
Wait, isn't this a
Alright, see you, man.
race? Yeah. Just keep on breathing, guys.
I don't know about you, Boyer, but I so needed that.
Oh, man. Exactly like I was talking when I was on the radio with Ryan Blaney.
Been under the red flag for almost 20 minutes here.
He listens to that tape audio.
This is going to be a night race now. I'm really happy about that.
From that sweet voice we just heard.
What has me concerned about that lady right there? She's
What if we have another red flag and it goes long and this ends up being like the 24 hours of Martinsville? Pretty much has at this point.
Hey, well, let's
Miles,
see.
laps, whatever.
Let's see if Joey Logano, what kind of zen space he's in. Hey, Joey, this is the guys up in the Fox Sports booth. You got us?
Close enough to call it that, I guess.
Well, we're seeing a lot of crazy chaos, and it's getting to be that time. So tell us, how calm are you right now? How do you see this thing playing out here?
I'm calm right now. I don't know how long that'll last. There's still a fair amount of race left. Probably another pit stop or so at some point here. So it's at a point you don't want to lose your track position, though. Once you get back there, it becomes quite the slugfest back there. So, we got our car positioned in a decent spot. We had a good recovery so far with the Shell Penzo Mustang. We're a little off there towards the beginning of the race, and Paul and the guys got the car pretty close. So I'm in the hunt now. So anything can happen as of now.
Oh, yeah, no, you're definitely in the hunt. We saw where your car was pretty good last night when the lights were on.
Well, still under
Sun's
red
going
here.
down, track temps cooling down. You guys made some good adjustments. What about mainly those two, the 12 and the 11? You also got Christopher Bell in there. What do you have for those guys?
Yeah, Christopher right now is on some older tires, so that'll be kind of interesting to see how that one plays out. I'd say the 12 and us are fairly close at this point. And I haven't got near the 11 in a while to see if we're close anymore. We were at a point that we went down a lap, and I think now we're competitive enough to run with them. I'm not sure where he's better than us yet. When I got cleared to second there.
This is a long red flag. Goddamn.
Let's kind of wait and see what.
Just want to keep.
All right, well, we've seen what happens when the two of you don't stay clear.
Yo, this is a long red flag.
It's
It is
gonna be here to watch. You got a great
sitting
shot.
here.
Good
It's
job
like,
to you and the team.
alright.
Thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, man, thank you. Almost clean. We'll get going.
Well, folks at home, if you want to be a stock car racer, oh, stop that. Come on. That's not nice.
Not the guy. You didn't ask him about his zen level, the level of zen.
He said he was calm, but not anymore.
Not his teammate calm.
All right, you want to be a stock car racer? Well, hop on board with Alex Bowman.
Alright, let's see Bowman's view of this. Ah!
Whoops. Here's Jamie.
Alex Bowman was one of the fastest cars today. Then he had a loose wheel, and right after that is the carnage you just saw. How do you describe what happened here in the last 20 minutes?
It's very frustrating, right? I hate it for everybody at Hendrick Motorsports, everybody at Ally that gives us so much support, Chevrolet. Everybody works so hard to give us what we need, and we had such a good race car today, such a fast Ally Camaro, and had that loose right front wheel, and that's just part of racing. Things are going to happen. Our pit crew's phenomenal.
I think I hear the engines refiring.
I make mistakes, people make mistakes, it happens, and put us behind the 8-ball there, and then they all crashed in front of me, and I stopped, and guys behind me didn't
That
stop.
kid in the grandstands is an absolute
I
chad.
feel like we had a car capable of winning, which says a lot, because I drive this place completely wrong. I am so bad here. Greg and Tim and everybody on this 48 team have their work cut
It's been a
out.
long red flag. Goddamn.
They did that this week. It was phenomenal. Couldn't ask
Nope,
anything more
nope.
of it.
It's back to yellow.
Not much to show for it.
Thanks, Alex. And engines are refired, Mike.
Yes, Yes, the yellow flag is out. There are 27 cars on the track and 3 under repair on pit road. Let's hear from one of the crew chiefs, Regan.
Well, Todd Gordon down off the pit box right now. Your car's been good on long runs. Do you need to do something to make better on short runs or hope for a long run here?
We've talked about what we need to do, and that end of stage 2, we took a swing at it. We know a little bit more about what we'll need to do, but still got 115 laps to go. So
Yeah, I still got a while.
So we can show our strengths and then work on our
And that's why I'm saying we're going to go night racing, because we are. At this point,
13 laps to go, I wouldn't make a massive adjustment right there for takeoff speed. I still think it could play right back into your wheelhouse for this team.
Well, we saw they already tried making some adjustments. And even
so after all, it is going to be a night race.
I think you just
at the very end, probably.
That you have enough laps whenever we get to the end and it goes green, that you have enough laps for it to run itself out and play to your strength.
You think about racetracks and the mentally, toughness that it takes to navigate through this sport and this schedule that we have. I think of, the Talladegas and Daytonas and just the mental strain that you have because of the 4 wide, all the stuff they did. But when I leave Martinsville, I left it all here, man. I'm telling you, just completely worn out. One of those racetracks where you get back and your brother's like, man, that was a good move, or that was a good pass, that was a close moment, and you have to go back and watch it and replay because you were reacting to so much, your mind was digesting so much, you don't even remember it.
No doubt about it. This place is tough.
Earlier today, the Xfinity race was completed. They began it Friday night. After 91 laps, they had rain. There's Josh Berry's Camaro. And the veteran short tracker, which once led every lap of a 300-lap late model race here.
That Joey Logano sign was pretty sick.
Ever Xfinity win in only his 13th start in the series, and he wins for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
I've never cried like I cried today over racing, anything I ever did or anything my dad did. I don't know why that brought that emotion out of me, because I've never experienced that before, but I just wanted this so bad for Josh, maybe as bad as he's wanted it.
Super cool.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his sister run that team, Junior Motorsports, and Dale Jr. handpicked Josh Berry to run late models for them and then drive some races in the Xfinity Series. He led 95 laps.
Well, it's just the American dream. You're right. I mean, the work, the dreaming, the effort, the dedication to stick with it, to have a friend in Dale Jr., to give him that opportunity, and not only give him an opportunity in late model racing, which, by the way, was probably a good enough dream, right? Right. To put him in an Xfinity car because of what he saw, and not only the guy that Josh Berry is, but the race car driver that he is, and he proved it right there. Come into a racetrack, which, by the way, not usually you see somebody their first win at Martinsville, right? I mean, this is a place that you have to learn.
All right, I think we're going to get the green flag next time.
It's a short track, and I know he's got hundreds of laps around here in a late model. Played right in his favor.
No, maybe not. Yeah, the fucking trucks are still out.
Great win for Berry.
They could have just, still kept the red flag out if they weren't done cleaning up yet.
Denny Hamlin out front of his teammate, Christopher Bell. Then the Penske teammates of Blaney and Logano. Chase Elliott. Quite a few of those names missing from the list of drivers who have gone to victory lane this season. 7 races, 7 winners. Michael McDowell for Front Row Motorsports. Christopher Bell on the road course. Nobody expected that either. William Byron in Miami. Kyle Larson. You knew he'd win. How long would it take? Las Vegas. Race number 4. Martin Truex Jr. at Phoenix. Ryan Blaney at Atlanta. And Joey Logano, who had minimal dirt experience. I would call him a surprise, winning at Bristol on the dirt.
Can this 11 and Denny Hamlin make it 8?
Comes Bell, comes 24 William Byron to get the tires.
That's 2 drivers and teams that had an additional set, just like Denny Hamlin said he had. Now all of these teams will be down to 1 set like most of the leaders out there.
Regan?
you see the 20 car, Christopher Bell, finally got good track position up there in second place, but ultimately decided that they were going to pit right here. They're very
I wonder if Winval ever made it back.
They've got considerably older tires.
Should see in 5 minutes.
And the 24 car, William Byron.
Guess I'll never know.
On the radio, just flipping those front tires just a little bit too much as you see him pulling the fenders and trying to get that car cleaned up.
I'll just ask him.
Fellas, I like that on Christopher Bell. If you're concerned about worn tires, the way these restarts have been going here recently, I wouldn't want to be up there either.
You don't want to be the pinball, that's for sure. It looked like the 24 William Byron maybe had a little contact. That wasn't necessarily the contact with the 99 of Suarez, but he had some right side damage. So it looked like they were also wanting to fix that damage as well as get those 4 fresh Goodyears.
Ross Chastain, too fast entering pit road.
At this point in the race, it's just a tough situation. I would much rather have the track position, I think, Jeff, because of what we just saw. You can put tires on right there, and that wreck hand lands in your lap, and your day's done. You know, you could have had the fastest car all day long. You put yourself in a situation, you lose that track position that's so key, you can get caught up in something that wasn't even your doing.
Yeah, the one thing I would, if you could start on the front row, then I would think it's worth staying out there on some older tires, which Christopher Bell would have been. It's a risk, it's a gamble, but I don't know, that might have been one worth taking to see what happens, because as you already mentioned, and I feel the same way, more cautions are coming.
Well, then that's the gamble. Is there going to be more cautions, or are we going to run this thing 100 laps?
Looks like only 5 cars from that wreck are going, maybe 6, 5 are going to be out of the race. Keselowski, Suarez, Bowman, Preece, and Haley have gone to the garage. Everybody else is able to continue, some with considerable damage.
We've kind of went full circle, guys, with the mentality.
Kyle, which a lap down yet?
This is pretty
No,
much
he's still in the lead lap.
they were going to start. Going into this weekend, that they were going to start the weekend. And then all the while through the rain, we made adjustments for that. Air pressure and thrashing to make sure that we did something to make our old hot rod fast for that. Well, by the way, it rained out. Now we're racing in the sunshine. Well, wasn't really ready for that. So we've been working hard to chase down that scenario for your setup. Now we're back to where we started, Larry. Is my car capable of getting the job done right now? Have you kept up with this racetrack? I mean, how hard is that?
We're not back to where we started because you knocked every damn corner off.
Cautions galore. Hell yeah, man.
Martinsville put some good.
Well, this is still from the red flag. Like, they just lifted the red flag, and now they're running, like, 8 pace laps. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, figure it out.
Going to come green this time with 104 laps to go. Hamlin, who's led 190 laps, and Blaney, who's led 156. Will restart on the front row.
Alright, going back green. This race will end under the lights now, which is really good.
More than 19 and Mark Truex Jr. Love what I'm seeing up here with these cars up front.
Green, green, green.
Time to go, boys. These guys are leaning all over one another.
That 19's not cutting the 22 any room right there whatsoever.
22's not going to cut him any room here. Little contact. These guys have a little history here also.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! How'd they save that?
Almost turned him around also.
Oh, he's going to give him the position back.
Joey knows.
He's going to be... He knew better than to get in front of him because he's going to go for a ride.
Oh, he's got to let Mark Truex Jr. calm down.
That was awesome, bro.
This pass again.
Yeah, but then what do?
Larson might have just straightened him out.
Oh, without a doubt he did.
Oh, shit. It's not over.
Chase Briscoe getting caught up on the high side, and they're gonna 3-wide him.
Well, we talk about those older tires. He's got a little bit older tires than some of these guys that are racing around him right now.
This is for 5th.
You're back. Hell yeah, bro. Thought you died.
Kevin Harvick coming into the picture. Track's coming
still 3 wide back here behind them.
You know, Ricky
Oh shit.
We're in it.
Hold on to it, Wing.
Beat him banging. This is awesome. This is classic short track racing here.
Stenhouse been 3 wide on the outside today.
He's scared.
He's looking for the cushion out there.
Eric Jones off pace. He's staying on the lead lap, but may have dropped the cylinder.
What the fuck is happening? Awesomeness is happening, Jaden.
Lap times right on top of one another with his top 5.
How the heck is Ryan Newman still in the top 10 in 8th position? That car is beat up.
Indestructible. Made it through that last parking lot.
And so's the car. Here's your Xfinity fastest lap. On the last lap of this race, Chase Elliott.
I want to say that Barnesville might get the only one day to continue with terrible races. Yeah, you that was what that's what needed to happen, is just for you to say that.
Nice. Ross has done a great job today.
Great job to both of these guys.
Yeah, the problem with Ryan Newman in the 6 and Regan Smith can check on it. They just put their last set of sticker tires on that 6 car that last trip to pit road now, just a little over 100 hours to go.
And that explains, Larry, why he just ran his fastest lap of this entire race.
Well, you just ate shit.
I've been seeing it all day long with this Phil and Blaney running them down on the long run, but it's not what you see so far.
Jamie, how about the leaders' tires?
Well, right now everything seems to be
Oh my fucking god! Come on, work.
The car has been good. They've worked on it, gone in the right direction. And icing on the cake, they have 2 sets of sticker tires sitting here waiting if needed.
Eric Jones has taken his car to the garage. So he will finish, I believe, 29th today.
Fuck Discord. Stupid anyway.
One thing I'm seeing right now, Clint, this track temp coming down and the track being shaded, bit of an equalizer. Right? We're seeing the lap times kind of plateau out. When it's daytime and the track is hot and slick, we see cars show speed at different times and have more fall off. Right now, Denny Hamlin's being able to hang pretty tough here out front.
But I think you can attribute that to the temperature, like you said. But when I look down at that racetrack, I don't see the rubber. The other thing is lap traffic. They're stressed out, they're running their grooves, using the whole racetrack, having the real estate to run the whole racetrack. That's one thing. Once you get to lap traffic,
Hit as many times as I want, Jaden.
finding different real estate to pass a guy in front of you. That's what starts to separate the fastest car
It is.
to the not so fast.
It's pretty stupid.
They keep going here, no doubt about it. Lap traffic's going to play a big role.
Funny how the back bumper of Joey Logano's car exactly now matches the profile of the front bumper of Chase Elliott's car.
He's going to have to go.
He said he has 9
teammates running him down now.
90 to go, and every lap he's behind him. You see those brakes glowing? It's abusing that equipment. It's taking some life out of the tires. Brakes, I don't know, brakes will cool down after he gets by Joey Logano if that happens, but he's going to have to put a little more pressure on him and really force the issue here.
Well, what I see there is he can't get off the corner with him. He can get into the corner way, way, way harder, and that goes right back to what you saw with the brake temperatures that you spoke of. But Joey can get off the corner very strong right here, drives away from him, start to process all over again. You like what you see with the 5 car right there, outside in, but he caught him too quick. He caught him. If he would have caught him 5 feet past there, he would have been able to make that pass.
They're about to have company with Christopher Bell and Kevin Harvick closing in.
Boy, Chase Elliott almost made a pass to the outside of Joey Logano there because he got forced up high when Kyle Larson went to the inside.
Here he goes outside. Yeah, not this time. But Chase sends it in.
He can get in the corner way deeper than Joey Logano. He's going to make that pass.
Oh, he's going to on the outside. That's impressive.
Elliott, the hard way, takes over 4th place. Regan.
Well, guys, just to update Kevin Harvick in his day. Man, it's been up and down for them. They have made some some significant changes in his car. Spring rubbers, air pressure, rounds. So many rounds. At one point, I heard the word Tommy John surgery being mentioned for somebody on the pit crew. They finally got this thing dialed up, though, and it's pretty fast for him right now. He's happy, just wanted the track position.
Yeah, here comes Christopher Bell into the picture.
Your
with those
dinner
tires.
is on Discord?
And honestly,
What's
I
that
was
mean?
telling you, I thought track position was needed, but this could be a very good
Oh, you mean you
position.
sent a picture of your dinner?
A clean restart, so
Dude,
not a lot
that
of
shit looks
laps and
fucking good.
cautions,
Besides the
and
corn.
what's
Fuck
able
the
to pull
corn.
him up there with those pressure tires. See the
Or
five
throw
of
the
Larson
corn out the
now trying to
window.
Make that same move on the outside of Joey Logano that worked well for his teammate Chase Elliott ahead of him.
I think that just shows you how little bit of grip this racetrack has right now with all the rubber, because those tires that Christopher Bell that he has, they're only about 9 laps fresher, but that's a big difference right now.
Well, I think that's one thing, but all those cycles with all the cautions, that long red flag, things like that, I think that plays into effect on that as well. It's not just the laps, it's the time.
Tell you what, you know I chose Martin Truex Jr. earlier. I'm not counting him out. He's putting some good lap times together. One of the fastest cars on the track right now.
Yeah, they both have started to catch him and Ryan Blaney. We're catching the leader at Denny Hamlin. This is shaping up to be a big-time race. And I tell you what, ultra-competitive lap times right there, though. A 77-year leader, 76 Blaney, a 77 to Truex. Pretty tight. Slap traffic, we just talked about it a few laps ago. This is going to be what determines this race. Who can get through this lap traffic? Who can move around? Have that, you know, that's the option that is hard to do here. It's one thing to go fast, wrap around the curve, do something like that, but when you have to move out, open your entrance up, come across, turn left in the middle of that rubber, those are the things that you're asking a lot out of a car.
Denny Hamlin's lead has disappeared. Ryan Blaney is
Here
caught
comes
him,
Blaney.
and Truex is only 2 car lengths back.
Yeah, we already know that Denny Hamlin, you know, they've been working, he and Chris Gabehart, crew chief, been working all day on longer runs, and it just nobody
Blaney, come on.
keep up with that 12 car when we get to this stage of a run. I don't even know the 19 car has, but he's certainly making an effort at it. But I do think Denny Hamlin's starting to suffer a little bit with those older tires in this long run.
And it's exactly the same spot it was. Right in the middle of the corner, you can see Denny having to check up just a little bit where that 12-car Ryan Blaney can really wrap that curve and get off to the corner strong.
This is the second most laps that Hamlin has ever led here. He led 296 in the March of 2009, but finished second to Jimmy Johnson. He's led 218 today.
Five-car Kyle Larson having trouble getting around his teammate of Chase Elliott, able to 20 Christopher Bell to get underneath of him right there. You might be able to, all right, so you're in a situation where you can't move your teammate, right? What I can do is let this 20 car do it. Maybe he can let him go up there and do it, and I can pass them both back.
Jamie.
And speaking of Larson, Martinsville is not a place he has a lot of confidence at. His crew chief Cook Daniels said they went to work. He watched video on board with Denny and Joey, watching how they race this track. And he's very good at adapting. He's had a good run today, even overcame a slow pit stop on the last cycle, and he's still hanging tough, battling for that top 5.
That's a good point, Jamie. Statistically, this is Kyle Larson's worst racetrack. But now, he drives for Rick Hendrick, whose team has 25 victories here.
I was going to say, so many deep resources to dive into if you're Kyle Larson. You know, one, you have Chase Elliott, who's been really strong here, won the last race here. William Byron's run really good here as well. So then they go all through the history. No doubt Kyle Larson, I think whether he didn't have confidence in himself, everybody else had confidence he could come here and run good.
And this lap traffic right here enabled Ryan Blaney to get right to his rear bumper.
BJ McLeod and now Chase Briscoe, who had gotten back onto the lead lap, but now goes one down in 20th place.
Come on, Blaney.
Denny Hamlin, how hard are you going to battle and fight this 12 car? You still got 71 laps to go.
With everything you got. But I tell you, he's really struggling to keep the front end pointed.
Some good short track racing right now.
Corner, and that's where Ryan Blaney's been so strong all day long. You see it right there. You just wrap around there and keep turning just a little bit longer.
Many times we've seen this all day long. Somebody gets past Kyle Larson just like Christopher Bell did, and now here he's going back after him, making the pass.
See, Larson made the move to the inside because he saw Josh Malicki up ahead and knew that he'd have a pick if he needed it in the corner.
Well, he used it for just that.
Well, and also, how much did Christopher Bell use up those fresh tires coming through all that traffic?
See, Ryan Blaney's starting to push the envelope a little bit with his brakes, pushing in there hard with the 11 and Denny Hamlin, starting to show some temperature in the front.
Also starting
Oh,
to
here
see
comes lap
Denny Hamlin
traffic.
run a little bit different line than we typically see him run. He's wrapping that curve. It's very similar to what the 12 of Ryan Blaney is doing, and he actually pulled away from him there through 1 and 2.
And it's doing exactly what I see right there. It's blocking Blaney from running the line he's doing, enticing him to run in the corner harder. Now he's gotten some temperature in his brakes. They're getting hot, showing some color. By the way, that plays into making your car tighter as it builds air pressure with the heat in the brakes. All those things are things that you can do inside a car.
I bet everyone will come for one more stop. Yeah, I think so. I don't know if they have to. I know some people will, but I think everyone probably will. Definitely if there's a caution.
If you're Ryan Blaney, though, you got to be careful, not let him entice you into doing things that didn't get you there. Don't change your game. Stick to your plan. Stick to knowing.
Shut up!
Fast. Get off them brakes. Let them cool down a little bit.
Okay.
Go right back to rolling and wrapping that bottom like you were. It's hard to calm down in this situation, isn't it, Jay?
You saw right there, Denny Hamlin. I don't know if he just drove a little deeper in the corner, but he was not able to run as low through 1 and 2. That allowed the 12 Blaney to close back in. You see Denny run a little bit higher there also again.
Hey, coming out of 2, Kyle Larson just gave Chase Elliott the bumper.
Well, he's certainly been patient with him and had a lot of frustration right there, and I get it. That's a teammate. Chase Elliott is
You hope Hamlin gets dumped. Do you not like Hamlin?
Won the last race here, but you can't go through a teammate. You got to figure out.
Seems like you don't like a lot of drivers.
Here's a look at it, coming off the corner.
There's only like 2 drivers I don't like: Truex and fucking Harvick.
If you're racing your teammate, you've got to show him that you're much faster. You've got to poke your nose out on getting into the corner, down the straightaway. Not just get into the rear bumper. And this is exactly what the 5 of Larson has done now. Problem is, every time he gets to his inside, he can't complete the pass.
He needs the real estate to move up off the corner and can't do it. He can't turn on the throttle like we've been talking about.
Yeah, Sunset's nice in Martinsville.
Get off the corner.
Well, look who's closing into this group now. Kevin Harvick.
You know the race is supposed to start like 24 hours ago.
Wrapping that bottom like we've been talking about the leaders doing.
Now there's 62 laps to go. We're taking up anyone else's coverage time right now?
We're really starting to see this racetrack move around. More rubber
Nope.
than I've seen in a long time on this racetrack. On that
Remember he celebrated during a near-death experience?
You see right there how
What?
high Chase Elliott's running.
He didn't.
Run off the corner.
He didn't. He won a race, which is obviously big, but you could see how, like, fucking... You could see how, like, concerned he was during his victory lane interview. And I think when he was doing the burnout, that's, like, before he knew what happened. Like, I don't think he knew that it had happened at that point. Or I don't think he knew how bad it was.
But I'm just wondering if maybe Christopher Bell tried to make a move on Chase Elliott also, and that slowed him up and allowed him, allowed Larson to get to the inside and make that pass. So they're both working really hard trying to make that pass on Chase Elliott, but not an easy task.
Well, what I'm seeing there with Kyle Larson, he can turn into the corner, turn in the middle of the corner, but his car's tight.
He's
on the
stupid.
throttle tight.
I don't know. I think he's a pretty smart guy.
He needs that real estate that he doesn't have with Chase being there.
Back up front, Ryan Blaney is getting into the corner better than Denny Hamlin, but the 11 you see there has better drive.
You guys better stay on fucking...
Side by side.
There we go. Side by side. Hell yeah.
From the WWE Thunderdome, after Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, and Edge collide in the main event of WrestleMania, who will prevail as the Universal Champion? It's an all-new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
Saturday on Fox, the
still should have waited. I don't know, man. It's.
F-150 isn't an F-150 because of the name on the
He didn't know how serious it was. I wouldn't judge him. He probably felt very bad about it too.
Built to tow more for the people who count on it because they know that Braun can get the job done.
FIFA 15 for $1? Not surprising, honestly. I think my friend got FIFA 14 for 50 cents.
So,
And that was like 3 years ago.
I guess I look pretty ridiculous.
No one looks ridiculous, Bob. Progressive is always here for you with round-the-clock service.
Just so you know, next time you can submit a claim with our mobile app.
Come on, Blaney, put the bumper
Thanks
to him.
again for rushing over.
Are you kidding? This is what 24/7 protection looks like.
You don't gotta race clean, bro.
You smell like fish.
Sorry.
Michael Waltrip didn't know Dale Sr.'s record was as bad. Yeah, he still celebrated when he found out. Yeah.
Blue Emu Lidocaine pain relief.
Till he found out. Yeah.
It works fast.
You know, you could see like in Hamlin's interview, like how like concerned he seemed once he found out what happened.
I'm a driver with a dream, and part of that dream is making all the doubters believe that my name belongs here. I may be new to some, but I am not.
FIFA 17 on 360 is $17.99 at GameStop. That's actually pretty expensive for a 360 game that's like 4 years old. I thought they discontinued the 360 at that point.
We've just hit 50 straight green flag laps. That is the longest green flag run in stage 3, which has just been full of cautions and 1 red flag. As you saw during side-by-side coverage, Ryan Blaney had a look, a little sniff at the lead, but nothing there. Now there are 2 cars ahead, single file.
Yeah.
James Davison, who's been staying up and out of the
It's
way.
the Daytona 500, man. Yeah,
Blaney
of
has
course.
a peak, and then Ross Chastain, then clear sailing for a little bit before they catch the next pack of lap traffic.
I'd wreck someone to win the Daytona 500.
50 laps to go.
I'd wreck someone to win any
All
race.
these cautions, I hate to ask, but what are the trends?
Well, Mike, you would think with 14 cautions already, we'll probably have that many or half of that many in the next 50 laps, but the trends do not show it, Mike. I looked at the last
turn 3
races.
Excuse me, Larry.
There was your trend, Larry.
Chase Briscoe.
I only missed it by 2 laps.
Caution's out. Chase Briscoe.
Chase Briscoe has spun into the fence in turn 3.
You know, in Ryan Blaney
Gotta
finally
love
got
it.
off of that curve, Jeff. I was watching him right there. He moved up. He was starting to do that outside in, and where he was entering high and crossing.
All right, I'll be back real quick. I gotta go get some ibuprofen.
He might be the only one that didn't want that caution to come out, but I think there's several others that did need to see it and want more fresh videos.
Damage cut that tire down.
So Briscoe would have been the free pass, but unfortunately he is the caution. So I'm sorry, Larry, I interrupted you. You were talking.
Hey, it's like we had that scripted. Right on cue. Well, guys, this will be the money stop right here because everybody's going to come get 4 fresh tires. And other than Denny Hamlin, this will be the last set for basically every team that's running up near the front.
Hit your marks. Do not speed on pit road. Make sure you get in your box well. Guys, do
Hit all those lug nuts.
You said money stop, and that's exactly what it is. Don't beat yourself here.
19 lead lap cars head toward pit road in turn 3. 47 laps to go, Jamie.
Larson comes into his pits from the 5th position. He said he feels pretty good and he's turning better than his teammate in the 9, he noticed. So they're making him better there with adjustment 4 tires. The 11 of Denny Hamlin. Denny said brakes were getting hot there, so this was a welcome caution. Entry is a little skaty and he's building too tight. Regan.
Mark Truex Jr. needs to finish the corner just
Briscoe, too busted, too much to continue. Short track racing, keep going.
all day long. We've got to go earlier in the runs, just a touch tight center right now. And the 9 car of Chase Elliott, biggest thing for him, they told him to stop short so he can get out of the pit and have a good stop here.
Martin Truex beats Hamlin on pit road.
That's big.
some contact, I think, between the 9 and the 12.
Fuck Truex.
You see three
A little
spots
bit,
lost
yeah.
on the 12. Let's see what happens right here.
Running over the air hose.
Well, that's going to be a penalty, I believe. And then it gets worse for him because he goes around the corner.
Well, that's taking equipment out of the pit box, so yes. And there's the race off pit road.
Yeah, Mike, that definitely is going to be a penalty on the 12, I'm afraid. Man.
It'll be the third straight race at Martinsville for Blaney with a pit road penalty. Let's compare Martin Truex and Denny Hamlin on that stop.
Well, we've seen it all day.
Truex has like a little.
We've seen one of these Joe Gibbs Racing crew chiefs be in that mid 12 seconds. This time it happened.
Why the fuck would Blaney do that? Come on, man.
Martin Truex Jr.
Come on, man.
That is the difference. That 9/10 of a second for the pit crew, 2/10 for the driver. What's the New Jersey driver out front? We're going to have a bunch of wave arounds. Looks like 8 of them out in front of Truex.
So what we're going to see is one.
Look at the leader, Martin fucking Truex. Well, fuck Truex. You know what? Fuck Truex.
Car in that team. You know, if you're him, you needed that long run. We saw that all race long. His long run speed was superior to the rest. The caution comes out. That's the first dagger. Now, with the pit road penalty right there, that's the ending.
And see, the way I look at this is that was pressure on that pit crew of we got to have a perfect stop to try to beat Denny Hamlin.
We know that we're at deficit on tape run.
We know that he's so good on the short runs.
Blaney trying to become the season's first 2-race winner.
Everyone is scraping on the left front. Yeah, I don't know why.
Runner-up in both Martinsville races last year after overcoming pit road penalties.
How many cautions have there been now?
In the rear because of removing equipment from the box.
17.
I saw in the background too.
I can see us breaking the record today. The record I think is 22.
He made contact. I thought it was with Blaney.
There's the 05 Coke 600, whatever, however many that I had.
Let the field go. Yeah. All right. Now he stops.
Next Sunday, we roll into Richmond, where America's Best will battle beginning 1:30 Eastern, leading up to the green flag at 2:30. Only on Fox and the Fox Sports app. More short track racing from the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Yeah, it was 22.
Front row for Joe Gibbs Racing.
So we need like 6 more to break it. I can see that.
Not wide enough though.
Better do it again.
Come on, Larson.
Get in position right here.
You cannot beat that 11 on these short runs. It's just so strong.
And now you're looking in your rear view, trying to hold off the 5 as well with a big run.
Kyle Busch in 12th.
40 laps to go when they come back to the stripe, Jamie.
11 crew chief Chris Gabehart said, remember our motto all day long. Flex that muscle and flex it right now. And once he took the lead, the whole team applauded and pumped their fists.
He did just that. That was a lot of muscle flex on the outside like that with your teammate. And he knew he needed to do it quick too, Jeff.
Harvick just slid up into Christopher Bell.
Coming off of turn 4, guys are slamming into one another. Yeah, I mean, to me, Denny has started up front so many times on so many restarts. He knows exactly what his car is going to do. And he just has confidence it's going to stick and has that short run speed, but this thing's anything but over.
And Blaney is mired back in 19th.
One car has no hood. Yeah, I've been seeing that.
Still the last car on the lead lap with 38 to go.
You said the short run speed. Just look at our board right here.
Are you too tired to do a Megal? I'm gonna end the stream after the race.
Shocking.
I'm pretty tired.
Things are turned around a little bit here for the Hendrick teammates as Chase Elliott now trying to make that pass on Kyle Larson. And he's there.
Joey Logano, who started this race on the front row, can't get the drive off this time to beat Kyle Larson. Sends it in again.
And if you're Kyle Larson, he can't get down. Now the freight train's coming.
I think Almirola has no hood. I don't remember who it was, but I think it is Almirola.
2/10 faster than Truex at second, about 1/10 and a half faster than our leader. That time 1/10 faster. He's running these guys down.
Yeah, but he's got to go through two of them.
Yeah,
at a tall order.
With 35 laps to go.
Tight squeeze right there. Christopher Bell dove down underneath Larson. These two, I would say, are going to race each other pretty hard.
Yeah, a lot of dirt racing and a lot of hard racing between these guys over the years.
Last weekend.
So Blaney's picked up 3 spots from the back, but he's still more than a quarter of a lap.
So now we're starting to see some of the now fastest laps for some drivers are starting to be within now that it's like starting to get dark. Maybe you get faster laps than when it's dark. Because, like last night, you could see all the fastest laps from like last night. Bacon Man is in trouble. Yeah. He's been in trouble.
And up into 14.
If you've saved anything, brakes, anything at all, this is where you're using every last ounce of it. Drive that baby off in the corner.
It's interesting. We heard the report, right, from Jamie about how Denny was complaining about his brakes being hot. Well, he's not running slow laps right now. He's running qualifying laps here every single lap. Be curious to see what happens with his brakes.
He's actually moved his line up a little bit. He's moving, entering high, kind of coming down across. And I tell you what, Truex is hounding on him. Roll in the middle, pretty good. It's going to be interesting when you get to lap traffic.
I thought KB was done when Keselowski hit his left front.
But Kyle Larson has now faded to 7th behind his other Hendrick teammate, William Byron.
Have you seen Russian slapping events? Yeah, I have. That shit's pretty funny.
He took off pretty good on that restart. Got himself some good track position, but ever since then, just has not been able to make.
Elliott's running in 3rd. I'd love to see him come up and maybe get the win.
Hey, 10th place race right here. Kyle Busch is trying to move up on Ryan Newman.
Yeah, Kyle, get in the top 10. Fuck yeah.
Until I look at Kyle Busch's car.
You know, the other thing that if you're Larson right there, they probably made an adjustment too, Jeff. You got a short run, you got to cool the temperatures. I bet you they built the pressures up a little bit, pumped them up, and a lot of times maybe over adjust. A little greed in that situation. I've been there, I've done that 100 times. I ain't saying that's what they did, but certainly can happen in a track like this in this situation with not very many laps to go in caution.
So Newman holds off Busch to hang on to that top 10 spot.
But this is just such an example.
Yeah, you said you couldn't do anything, Sam. What did I say?
Survival. There's we've seen so many have issues.
Oh yeah. I said he wouldn't like do anything to get back up to the front.
Comes Blaney, who is 12th, closing right up on the Busch-Newman battle.
He hasn't survived yet.
Uh-oh, Newman's in trouble.
That's going to be a problem.
I tell you what, better get my camera on the leaders. It is heating up. Truex is on the bumper of your leader. Didn't him looking at the
No,
inside
fuck
right
you,
now.
Truex.
Could be the pass.
Fuck you, Truex. Fuck you, Truex, you little bitch. No.
If they take him 3 wide,
just barely clip the curb and you can see, paid the price. Denny's car's gotten tight. See, Martin's really rolling the middle way better than him, getting that straight shot off. Now we're going to look to the inside again.
In 19, did you see how good his car rolled through that corner to get position on Denny Hamlin? Still going to be hard to complete this pass. Denny's a little bit better down in 3 and 4 than Truex, but look how good Truex is down here.
But we saw Denny being patient, staying, his composure inside that car. He did the same thing with Ryan Blaney. It's going to be, you got to, if I'm Martin Truex, I'm setting him up for these lappers I'm catching. I'm going to use one as a pick.
22 to go this time. Truex to the inside. And Blaney.
Hamlin, you better hold him off, bro. This better help Elliott catch up to this battle, too.
Bang and crash. That was Bubba Wallace. they continue. Chase Briscoe limping around the outside like he may have a tire going down. Here's the contact between Newman
Ooh.
and Bubba.
As if that left rear fender wasn't bad enough, that might have straightened it out.
Here comes Truex again to the end.
I don't know how it's not a caution.
Can't complete the pass, so he's going to have to enter higher with him and turn underneath of him, Jeff, in my opinion.
Well, I'm going to see the finish. If I don't come back, it's been a good stream. See ya. Alright, see you, man. Thank you. Been streaming since 11:45 this morning. 8 hours. And then I had to cut it off at one point because it was fucking up.
Turn those fans on, try to keep the tip out of those brakes as much as you can, but I'm going to tell you right now, Mark Truex Jr. has his number. It's just how much is he going to have to use up Denny Hamlin in order to get this pass made?
He's not going to, you can see Denny Hamlin's holding his own.
I'm hoping this is helping Chase catch up.
He's going to have to move up a little bit and get a better run up off to where he can get in position and kind of move up, take that position, getting in, because if they exit door to door, there's no chance he's going to pass it.
And
oh shit.
That is to do when you know you're looking in your mirror and you see the 9 of Chase Elliott right there also.
His car moves up right there in the center of the corner, that 3/4 mark. He can't hold it down, can't keep the throttle.
Yeah, well, just block him. Goddamn.
He's going to have to stay patient, stay in this thing.
Maybe use this lap car. If he can use him as a pick, this might get it done. Oh, yeah, he got it.
It's going to have to
No. Fuck. Oh, come on, Hamlin. Nice.
Truex going to have to move him right here. You got to move him up the racetrack. I know it's hard to do with a teammate. He thought about it right there.
It's good racing.
He should be able to do it now. Now he's in position where if he can get in the corner, not wheel hop, but move him up the track a little bit.
Fuck.
There he goes. Now he's up. Now he's going to get the pass made.
It's not over yet. I think he's going to have to move him about another car width.
You better hurry.
Yeah, this is a good race.
Now he's moved up again.
Now the next lapper has been running the bottom of the racetrack. We'll see what happens when the leaders get to it.
If he does, and I'm him, I'm moving him up into that guy's lane. I hate to say it, but
There it is.
Yep.
Truex as the lap car.
Fuck you.
Alfredo did a great job there. Let them race their race.
Yeah, Truex is the leader now.
Really deep into the corner to get back to the rear bumper. Truex.
Don't turn your back on Chase Elliott. Right there for the taking.
And lots more traffic ahead.
Where I see Chase being able to pounce on these guys, for whatever reason, he can get into the corner.
Yeah, I'd love for Chase to win.
Than they can. Also, the other thing that I like is he's able to
Maybe another caution too. Would be nice.
See how much deeper he can get in?
So I was going to say, there it is. There's that entry speed that Chase Elliott has.
Hamlin continues to have really good drive off the corner.
See Chase trying to set up. Denny Hamlin uses that high entry.
Fuck.
That late arc to get that straight shot up. Make that straightaway as long as you possibly can. You know, now it comes down to, you got 11 to go here. If you're Chase Elliott, you got to get by Denny Hamlin and do it quickly if you're going to have any shot at Mark Truex Jr. as he drives away.
You want Chase to dump Truex? Me too.
What he has for a race car, taking that exit away from those guys.
Poor Hamlin.
And I just love
Definitely not what he
watching
wanted.
back in that driver's seat, you know, how methodical you got to be, how much you're thinking about every move that the driver in front of you is making. What's their, what weakness do they have? What strengths do you have? Where can I make my move? How can I get this done in these last 10 laps?
And all the while, you're on a razor's edge. And what I mean by that, you can see these brakes glow. And that thing we saw wheel hop in the left rear earlier in the race with Truex, actually, the guy that's leading. You are on a razor's edge getting into the corner and then treating that guy's pedal like it's an egg underneath of it getting off, not wheel spinning, not abusing your tires.
Yeah, just running it right to the limit. Every, through every foot of that corner.
Yeah, guys, I can look at their brake pressure up to 600.
Give him my fantasy value.
Mark Truex Jr., they're going off the chart on the brake pressure right now.
I'll bet
thrall.
Well, Truex won. Fucking goddamn.
Elliott had a look, and now he is alongside Hamlin. Chase Elliott, who won here last fall to set up his run to win the national championship. Challenging for second right here.
When he just saw what Mark Truex Jr. had to do to get by Denny Hamlin, it's going to take that same type of move where you got to get side by side with him, and then you're going to have to just run Denny Hamlin up the racetrack.
Well, but you can tell he can get in the corner harder than him, but he can do it when he's straight. When you have to go in the corner and turn left to stay off that car on the outside of it, you got to be careful because you can get loose in, wheel hop, and take it out just like they did.
Oh, wow. Well.
There it is. Chase ran him up. He actually got a little loose while he was doing it.
I think he got a little bit of wheel hop. He might get a favorite back. 5 to go.
Oh, there it is. Amazing there how.
Truex had the streak of first-time winners. Yep. Fuck Truex, man.
Yeah, he's loose again.
Maybe there can be a caution. That'd be nice.
Started getting loose.
Unless he fails post-race inspection, or there's a caution. That'd be good. I'm over for caution. Kyler Murray rating.
Truex unchallenged, second place very much still in doubt between Elliott and Hamlin. Good gap back to Byron. Larson with Logano a car length behind him. 2 to go.
2 more laps. Well, this fucking sucks. I waited 24 hours for this shit. Oh, this fucking sucks. I waited 24 hours for goddamn Truex. Oh, Newman has fucking issues. And Truex, you fucking bitch.
Martin Truex.
They're pretty good at picking winners this year. That's not been the case in the past.
Team effort right there. Beat him out of the pits. His teammate beat him on the outside right there. He was patient in the race car. That's hard to do, by the way. Utilize.
Fuck you, Jaden. Don't say that shit.
Won that race. Total team effort.
I'm sorry, Jaden. That was mean. New winner streak is over. Woo! I feel sorry for you.
3 of the last 4 races here. He's won 5 of his
Sucks that he won, but great for my fantasy. Yep.
his career 0 for 80 on the short tracks.
Burn it down, Martin.
Pretty good old burnout here, Martin. Let it eat. Great burnout.
Fuck this shit.
3rd win of the year for Toyota.
Someone at least fight someone. Yeah, come on.
I'm impressed.
Oh, and he dropped his water bottle out.
Did he throw that out?
And oh, by the way, Truex has won 2 of the last 3 at Richmond, where we go next week.
Fuck that.
Man, tough pill to swallow for Ryan Blaney. Got back to 11th, but not the day that they hoped for sure.
And then just think of all the laps Denny Hamlin led all day today when Ryan Blaney wasn't leading laps. And then it comes down to Mark Truex Jr. to get it done.
Shit. I'm pissed off by this outcome.
Johnny Morris is going to be happy tonight. Got him one.
Denny Hamlin finishes 3rd after leading more than half the race, 274 laps. In addition to the grandfather clock that awaits the winner, a nice tradition here at Martinsville is that victory lane is brought right to the start-finish line for the fans to enjoy.
that was my favorite thing about that, Jeff. They didn't throw it on the car, though. They just handed it to me. It's the beer. You're close to the edge, close to the finish.
Regan.
Well, it's all smiles down here for Martin Truex Jr. Heck of a burnout first off.
Great race. It was a really great race. Come on, Hammond, fight Chase. See someone fight someone would be nice.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible at the end there. Bass Pro Toyota. James and the guys really hung with me all day. We never could quite get it the way we wanted. It started getting dark, and she came to life. So thankful for Reese's Fine Foods, Bass Pro Shops, all these.
Nah, it was a pretty good race.
Coming out. I hope you enjoyed it.
17 cautions. That's a great race.
Man, just all our partners, Regan. You know, auto owners, Toyota, TRD, Sherwin-Williams, Textron Aviation, Noble Aerospace. We got so many people to help us out, but I can't believe we won.
Ready for the race. Out of 10, I'd give it 8.6.
We raced clean and we were able to come out on top.
You mentioned racing with Denny at the end of the race right there. How difficult is that? When it's a teammate, you know you're going to see him on Monday morning. How does that go?
Yeah, I mean, it's always difficult. We try to race hard, race clean, you know, and he was making it difficult on me. You know, I was loose coming off the corners, and his car got tight, so we kind of had opposite things going on, and it made it difficult to pass.
At least it ended under the lights,
nice,
though.
And Coach will be happy, and it'll be a cordial meeting tomorrow.
Well, Denny Hamlin was that dominant car, led 274 laps, and it came down to the end between you and Martin Truex Jr. In a perfect scenario, Denny, what could you have done differently or had differently to hold him off?
Well, that's the cards you're dealt. You know, we had a really good short-run car. We just did not have a good long-run car, and you know, we saved a set of tires, which had a tire advantage, but you know, man, just couldn't get our car to really turn in the long run. That was the bugaboo, I guess you could say, of it. But overall, the FedEx Camry team, you know, performed well. We had a really fast car for 20 laps or so, and then it would just kind of go away. So, you know, fortunate for us, we had a great day and stayed up for all the day.
Kyle Busch came back to finish 10th, though. That's pretty good.
Wasn't quite good enough.
Was going to give the race a low rating, but under the lights finish gave the score a higher. Yeah.
Chase Elliott second for Chevrolet. The first Ford was Joey Logano in 6th. More to come from Martinsville after a wild 500 laps.
Alright, y'all. I'm going to end the stream here. I want to thank you guys for watching.